increasingly partisan nature of the judiciary and how judicial appointees are selected, and whether or not you would support an amendment to require merit selection of judicial appointees, or if you have another idea about that. And then just more generally, how as governor would you approach your own appointees and the process for selecting them?
Well, I'm not sure there's a particularly right, or I'm a lawyer, remember, for 20 years, so please don't hold that against me. I don't know that there's a particularly right or wrong way to do it, because merit selection also is not necessarily unpolitical at all. If you just see how when we have vacancies in the judiciary now, it is a governor who appoints a replacement, and a governor, of course, is a partisan office. So I just, sometimes people think merit selection means no politics, and I don't think that's necessarily the case. And I still believe that the judiciary is also our government, and I just fundamentally believe in the power of our vote and our responsibility to vote, and that choosing those people who make life or death decisions about you. I mean, fortunately not life and death at this moment with capital punishment, but decisions in your life that have just enormous significance. And having you be assured that you had some role in your community selecting them is not a bad thing. So it's not an easy one. There's not a, I don't think, a clear black and white, but I tend to err on the side of us deciding who those decision makers ought to be.
Okay, and just one final question, and then we can open up to however many questions from the audience you have time for. I'm sorry. The final question has to do with your stance on Citizens United and whether you support a constitutional amendment that would prohibit political contributions to corporations or from corporations and unions and
Yes.
Let's clarify what Citizens United is in your answers,
Yes.
for some folks that may not know.
The decision that, Heather, do you want to, given it's your question?
Right. Well, it has to do with the contributions to political candidates and whether or not you support amending the Constitution so that it is no longer legal for corporations to give unlimited funds as if they are humans.
Yes, I support a change. The Citizens United decision is just exemplified what was already a problem in a great imbalance of resources for people in running for office. You know, I had never run for office till 15 years ago, and my son then was 15, and he said to me, Mom, why do you want to do this? Politics is so mean, it's so ugly. And I said, well then, unless you or you or you or you step up and run, then we get what we get. That we're the ones who can make it not be that way. And if we don't run, then we get who we get. And so anything that has made it harder for a normal person like you or you or you to run for office gets in the way of a democracy that represents all of us. You know, I'm the granddaughter of a bus driver. I have no wealth. But people here 15 years ago believed that I should be serving. And then you re-elected me a historic number of times. I am not naive standing here saying that the 12 million plus, it was 12 million at the last count a month ago or so, I'm looking at Megan, that Governor Walker has raised in that short amount of time, because the normal caps on campaign funds don't apply to him in a recall, even though they apply to our side in the same recall. And not that I have people that would give me over $10,000. But the theory is there. So it is so hurtful to having our leaders be us. And so nobody is, I think, a more greater champion of getting the money out of politics.
All right.